Bruh. Come on, man. You got to be kidding me with this. All right, you know what? I'm going to give you guys my thoughts, my opinions here in just a minute on this Ape Festival. But let's go ahead and cover some of the things that happened today and what's being discussed right now. First off, guys, please keep in mind I'm not a financial advisor. Everything I'm sharing is my own opinion, it's my own research, and I encourage you guys to do your own research. And if you're new to the channel, feel free to hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up, like button. It's definitely appreciated if you do. It helps us out a lot with the YouTube side, and feel free to share the video on social media. So looking at AMC here, what we got going on is it is down 2.89% on the day. At one point, it actually was in the positive and things are looking pretty good. Try to do a little bit of a push there right towards the end. And the aftermarkets here, we can see a little bit of a drop. So I'm going to go ahead and swap this over to the daily perspective view. Looking at this from a technical analysis perspective, this is not too surprising. As far as our support line that we had established here before, let me go ahead and zoom out for you a little bit better there. We can actually see we had 3 days of candle closures. They were all below that level. The third day was a green candle and quite substantial, which was very nice. However, it was a third day, suggesting a trend pattern continuation more likely than not. And that probability did end up happening. So we saw a further drop down take place today on Friday for this. Volume is still very lackluster. It is picking up a little bit more than what we've been seeing in some of these previous days, but overall everything is still quite low. As far as for the volume today, it was at 125.853 million. Previously, we were seeing averages around 150 million. Now it's averaging down to about 105, 106 million. So where is this going to go next week? Well, I mean, we can only speculate on these kinds of things, but based on where this is right now, the fact that it's down below even this key level support line, which is now a resistance at $35.50, I would be looking at us potentially showing some strong level support either right here at $33.54, depending on how that holds out for the day, or potentially dropping all the way down to $28.72. I could see that potentially happening right around that range too. So if it goes sub $30, a little bit of a pain, guys, but I think the biggest support line we really need to watch right now is going to be back at the $20.16 range, because that was a previous high, and that was also marking another tipping point at a high point back on May 26th before it had a big, nice, strong push going on. And there's a lot of stuff that's going on here. Take a look at the positions over on the dark pool, 234, almost 235 million shares. On the Stonk O tracker, this is amazing. It was 250,000 shares available to borrow yesterday. It's only 3,000 now. That number has substantially dropped. Calls in the money was at 47,362. And let me go ahead and talk about this also real quick. So AMC, the apes have decided to come together and hire a lawyer. Now, as far as for full confirmation, things are still a little bit on edge about whether or not this money did officially go to hire this guy or not. There's a Twitter account for the lawyer, but that lawyer's last post was like 2 years ago. And so he was saying that some weird random named Twitter account is legit. People don't know if his account was hacked or not, and people just want a little bit more clarity that it is official. But regardless, the goal was met on the GoFundMe to be able to hire this guy, and this guy has a really nice background. So if everything is true, which I'll be honest with you guys, I think that it is very probable. I mean, if you're doing the money through GoFundMe and it's illegitimate and it gets exposed, which is very easy to expose this kind of stuff on top of everything else, then whoever it is that ran that scam is going to obviously be in a lot of trouble and get arrested. So, for running a scam. For many here, Wes Christian is a common name, but I'm seeing a ton of comments here and on YouTube about who is he, why should we trust him, lawyers are this or that. So, to anyone not familiar, learn about this legend and get his history. Watch the Link documentary. This documentary is called The Wall Street Conspiracy, and you will see that Wes is not only a veteran litigator that has devoted his entire career to fighting Wall Street corruption, he legitimately was the one who uncovered naked shorting, exposed it, and got Reg Show passed. Everything we know about how SHF manipulates stock price, naked shorts, hiding FTDs or failure to delivers, marking shorts as long, etc., is because he uncovered it, litigated it, and has successfully prosecuted it. So this guy sounds like he could be very, very valuable in order to trying to move this forward and actually getting some change happening inside of the stock market industry space, especially here in the New York Stock Exchange. Okay, now take a look at this, guys. So there's something going on called Ape Festival, which is this festival that's trying to be booked for January of next year. And the idea is that it's bringing together all the apes, the people especially that are supporting the AMC movement, and having one big massive party. Well, some problems with this. First off is the fact that we haven't had the mother of all squeezes yet. So if anybody is trying to buy tickets to this, good luck. Because the tickets start at $150 and it goes all the way up to $1,000. This is for an event party of something that hasn't even officially happened yet. And a lot of people could say that, well, it's just about the community and the movement together, this and that. If it was, then why are these prices so ridiculous? I mean, one of the biggest narratives that's going on right now is that this is life-changing opportunity money we're talking about, and we don't know when the squeeze is going to happen. We don't know if it's going to happen before January of next year. We can hope for it, and given everything that we have here available to us, I think there's a very good chance we could see a nice squeeze happening. But regardless, you got people who are lucky they can even afford one share, and you're setting all these absolutely over-the-top extravagant prices. And the fact that some of these YouTubers, I'm not going to go ahead and mention any names, but the fact that some of the YouTubers are actively kind of helping push this, and I don't know if they're getting kickbacks on the back end for helping promote it or what's going on with this, but I mean, this is insane, these kinds of prices, guys. I mean, I could get a ticket into E3 like 2 years ago, I think. This is the biggest gaming convention of the year, which used to be only for exclusive media, like even the opportunity to try and get in general. I believe the tickets are much cheaper than this. In fact, I think you could go to Disneyland, and I think that even with the price rise on Disneyland, don't quote me on this for the $149 one, but yeah, I think you get a much bigger experience just going to Disneyland than having to spend this kind of money for all this. To me, I find this really disappointing. If they're going to do any kind of a festival, I don't think prices should be anywhere near this. I mean, like, an entry price ticket to a festival like this should either be free or it should be like, I don't know, $5 to $20. But you're telling me it's starting off at $150, going up to $1,000? Oh, come on, man. Get out of here with that crap. That's so ridiculous. It's so much money, man. No, thank you. Anyone that's trying to buy tickets right now, $1,000. You've got $35 a share for AMC. Isn't the whole idea that we're trying to help this movement? They say the price doesn't matter right now because all we have to do is basically wait for the shorts to cover, right? Well, if you own more shares when they end up covering, you're going to get a bigger return off of the amount of shares that you have. That's just the simple facts with this. So I think this party is absolutely ridiculous. A lot of other people seem to be really against it too. The idea of just having a party to bring everyone together and kind of celebrate after it happens, I don't see any problems with that. But trying to coordinate anything beforehand, it doesn't really settle right with me. But you guys let me know your opinions in the comments down below, whether you agree or disagree and why you feel that way. And I hope you guys are all having a great day. I do have referral links in the description, so if you guys want to get free cryptocurrencies or stocks or both, take a quick look. Maybe you're not part of one of those things, and again, it's free money for you. And if you're new, feel free to hit subscribe, share the video on social media, and please don't forget to hit that like button because it helps us out with the YouTube search algorithm. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next episode.